Hi, thanks for joining me. Today, I'd like to talk to you about programming a pendulum. Yes. So, what you do is you go out and you buy your pendulum or you make a pendulum, and then you establish a line or method of communication between you and the pendulum. And the normal answers are yes and no. However, you can also put a couple others in there, which is maybe also clearing. And I kind of discovered these while I was working with a pendulum.
All right, so what I have here is just an ordinary, this is a metal pendulum. It's not as ordinary. It actually opens up and allows me to add stuff to it. But for these purposes, we have a pendulum here, and you'll need a sheet of paper. Make it white and unlined. That way there's nothing interfering with the pendulum itself. Now, what I recommend is taking this pendulum, when you first purchase it, cleansing it, dedicating it. Remember, you do your cleansing and clearing of an object, and that's in an earlier video that I put out. Cleanse and clear the object, then dedicate it. And then you want to handle this pendulum. Keep the pendulum with you day and night. So during the day, you may pull the pendulum out and touch it, handle it, hold it in your hand, place it in your pocket. Keep it on your person, not sitting on a stand or a dresser or a table near you. Keep this on your person. It needs to be within your aura, your energy field at all times. When you go to sleep at night, place it under your pillow. Yes, place it under your pillow. If you don't sleep with a pillow, place it near your body. It's metal, so it won't break. If it's a crystal, depends on the makeup of the crystal, it may break. So you want to be a little careful with getting yourself acquainted with a crystal pendulum. But just take care because some are harder than others. Either way it goes, place it near you, in your hand, in the bed, next to a pillow, under the pillow, somewhere where it's making contact with you at all times. Then after about 3 days, you can take a little longer if you wanna, but I generally take about 3 days. Then I come and then I'll do this exercise that I'm going to show you. So there's 2 ways you can go ahead with the programming of the pendulum. Now, when you hold your pendulum, make sure you put the swinging piece, no matter what it's made of, with your 3 fingers. These 3 fingers. Your arm is going to be parallel with the surface so that the pendulum is perpendicular to the surface, which means it's going straight up and down and it can swing freely. So you'll generally hold it with your hand over like this and not under like this, because when it's trying to swing, it will get caught on your hand. The pendulum needs to make a 360-degree movement if needed. Now, normally, because it has this ball on the end of it, I normally hold the ball in my hand and let the rest of the pendulum swing, okay? But for the purposes of this video, and my camera space is not that far away, I may have to hold it like this. Now, to use the pendulum, your arm, the energy needs to flow freely from your body through your arm and down into the pendulum. You don't want your arm to be held up like this. You don't want your hand like that. You don't want to be leaning way down or some awkward movement. You don't want to be making some awkward movement. This arm needs to be as parallel as it can be to the bottom, to the surface, the tabletop surface or the ground, depends on what you're working on. The pendulum needs to be perpendicular to this arm. So the arm is going the same direction, flat like the horizon, and the pendulum is going up and down like it's sticking into the ground. That's what it's doing. You're connecting with not just the energies from within you, but the energies that are in the atmosphere also. So this is the way you're going to hold the pendulum. You need to hold it like this so that it's free to move, okay? I want to make sure you can see that. And then we're going to tell it. So let's see if I can hold this here and you'll be able to see it. So I have it, the chain is in between the three fingers here. And I'm talking, so you see it making that jittery, that movement. Can you see that little movement where it's not steady? It's just kind of moving because it's ready to move, but it doesn't know what I want it to do. If you are afraid to use the pendulum, it will do that also because you're kind of confused and you're not sure. You're confusing it and it doesn't know what to do. So hold it and then just say, show me yes. Show me yes. And believe you me, your arm will get tired if you're holding it in an awkward position, like I'm holding it up and in an awkward position right now. Your arm will get tired if it's doing that. Thank you. So let me stand. The swinging and the position should be in front of you. That way there's no misunderstanding as to the answer that it's giving you. So the pendulum will swing back and forth. It will swing side to side, and it will also swing in a diagonal. And for me, the diagonal is a maybe. Back and forth this way is a yes. Now I asked the pendulum, all I needed to know was for it to show me yes. And its yes is my yes, which is a great thing. So I don't have to won't really need to do any programming. It's swinging to let me know that is yes. So I'm telling it thank you. And when I say thank you, that's a signal to it that it can stop. Okay. Then I will ask it to show me no. Show me no. Show me no. Let's hold this correctly and show me no. And all you do sometimes, if it takes a moment for the pendulum to start swinging, then you just stay calm and ask it. So right now, it's not showing me no. It's doing that jittery movement like it doesn't know which direction to move. So that means I need to continue with the process of writing down the programming so that I can give it clarity. So it showed me yes, which was this way. And I like that as the position of yes, because it's similar to you shaking your head up and down to go back and forth. So when it did that, that was the yes that it gave me, and that's all I needed. It wasn't able to show me no. Therefore, I'm going to now move to the paper programming, so you'll see what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to use this marker so that you can see it, but I don't want it to bleed through on my cloth because I use that cloth for other stuff. So now I'm just going to place, I'm going to use that because you don't have to have a ruler in order to make those markings, but I'm going to write the word yes. I'm going to write the word no. Yeah. Now I will hold the pendulum again with these three fingers. I will kiss the tip of the pendulum on this intersection here. Place it there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then lift it up a couple of inches, not much. And again, say, show me yes. Notice it started moving before I said anything out loud because it doesn't go by just my verbal commands. It's going by energy. I'm just saying the words out loud so you'll hear what I'm saying. It doesn't need me to speak out loud. Thank you. And now I'm telling it to stop. Thank you. You can stop now. Thank you. Now I tell it to show me no. And the words are there. Show me no. Show me no. And that's exactly what I want to do. Thank you. Show me no. I want it to continue to show me no. It's almost as if it doesn't understand the word no. Show me no. Show me no. I'm just saying that over and over so it will understand. It's shaking mighty hard. That's why you see my hands moving now. It's really shaking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And that's all that's needed. And that's what you're normally taught. However, in working with the pendulum, I have found that the pendulum, when I ask it a question, sometimes it does not give me a yes or a no. It will move on the diagonal. Now, it can move either way on a diagonal. It doesn't matter. However, I like to think that one diagonal is maybe yes, and the other one is maybe no. So I will write maybe, yes. And on this one, I will write maybe, no. Maybe, no. And the reason I do that is because the person, someone may tell you maybe, you ask them something, they don't say yes, they don't say no, they say maybe. Well, they could be saying maybe, but leaning towards no. Or they could be saying maybe, and they're leaning toward yes. So therefore, I put both of those on there. And I say, show me maybe yes. You see, it started swinging before I did anything. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, maybe no. There it's going. Maybe no. Maybe no. That is correct. Maybe no. Maybe no. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to end this with yes. That's why it started swinging towards the yes. Thank you. That is an answer it's comfortable with. So no matter what, I end with the answer yes and a thank you. Thank you. Not yet. Give me a second. Thank you. And what happened was, again, it was getting ready to move into the direction that I was asking it to. Now, there's another direction that the pendulum moves in. And of course, this came from years of working with the pendulum and looking for answers that I discovered some other things. The pendulum will swing in a circular motion, clear the area. I use a pendulum when I'm doing energy work and I need to move energy, a lot of energy fast. Say if I have a client and I only have 15, 20 minutes to work with that client, I will use crystals and a pendulum to move the energy fast. Thank you. And the pendulum will move to clear or it will move to energize. Okay, the area. Thank you. Thank you. And energize the area. Thank you. Thank you. So, of course, in the energizing and the clearing of the area, I asked the pendulum to show me. I did not direct it. I normally walk in a counterclockwise direction when I'm clearing something, and I walk in a clockwise direction when I'm energizing. However, because I did not program the pendulum for that, that was something that I discovered. This particular pendulum moves in a clockwise direction when it clears. And so getting familiar with the object that you're working with is vital to the work that you're doing and the answers that you're trying to receive. Okay, so try that, see how it works. And it doesn't matter what type of pendulum that you're working with, these programming techniques will work for all of them. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. Until next time.